What is up everyone, my name is SANYXS and welcome back to ARK. The center ascended here on ARK Survival Ascended. So this is my third video I'm making in a row right now, and it's 8 AM in the morning and I haven't slept, so I'm sorry if I mess up my words here. But anyway, today I'm going to show you my top 10 base locations for ARK the Center PvE. So I'm just going to make it clear right now, this is in no specific order. These are just my 10 favorite base locations that I've found on the center so far, in no specific order again. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started and start with our 10th spot. For our 10th spot, we have this area here on the map, 3179, up on the top of the North Tropical Island right here. And look at this area right here. So it's super flat, it's a large flat area. And obviously down here you have an area where you can put rafts and some smaller water dinos. There is a ledge sticking out here where you can build something really cool. And yeah, I don't know, I just really like this area because of how big and flat it is, and it has a lot of potential. You can build a lot of cool structures here. So yeah, I just really like this area and feel like it has a lot of cool building potential. And yeah, let's get to number 9. At number 9, we have these really nice looking ruins here. You can find them here on the map, 4950, basically 50-50. And look at this. There is so much building potential, and half of the base is already built for you. You can just set up some walls or gates or whatever, and you're gonna have a really nice looking base. Yeah, I love this area. I love this area in ARK Survival Evolved as well. But in ARK Survival Ascended, man, has it improved. Holy crap. You can also build some stuff at the top here. It's pretty flat up here as well, so you can definitely build something up there. A lot of potential here as well. Very nice, very nice. I really like this spot. Let's get to number 8. For our number 8 spot, we have this area here on the map, 5361. So what I really like about this area are the beaver dams. So there's a beaver dam right here. There is a beaver dam area right there. And I'm pretty sure there's one right over there as well. So by this beaver dam here, you'll see this entrance here with some ruins, and holy crap, look at this. It's such a nice area. And I'm pretty sure over here, yeah, you even have some stairs going up and down, and it's just a really nice area. This area here definitely also has a lot of potential. Look at this view. And it's such a big and flat area inside of these ruins, so you only need to really set up some gates on each side and you're already pretty safe. And also at the very back of the ruins, you have a shortcut down to one of the caves of the map, which is very nice as well. I'm pretty sure that on top here, you also have metal and crystals, so you have a bunch of resources here. So yeah, a very nice looking area with a nice view, tons of resources in the area like beaver dams, crystal, metal, everything you need. Now let's get to number 7. For our number 7 spot, we have this area here on the map, 46.758.2. So you can see these ruins here right by the water. Again, water, very nice for some water dinos and also just water in general, always nice to have. So this here is the entrance of an artifact cave, but this is not what I want to show you. If you go over to the left here, you'll see some stairs going up to these very nice ruins here with a huge open flat area to build in. And yeah, it's just a very nice area. These ruins are very practical because it's just super flat and you already have some of the walls already set up. You can just expand from this and just build something really cool out of it using these ruins. And I'm a huge fan of the ruin builds. I think it's very sick. And also we have this area here right outside of the ruins, very flat. So yeah, you could just build a really cool looking base here and connect it to the ruins, and yeah, it just has a lot of potential. It's a very nice looking area and it's right by water, which is a big plus as well. Now let's get to number 6. For my number 6 spot, I'm going to put this island here at 7053. So this island here is very close to Skull Island, which obviously means a lot of easy resources. I'd say this is probably better for a more ocean style base, with a bunch of ocean tames and stuff, water tames. But yeah, it's a pretty big island. It's very flat. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff you can build here. Also a nice pillar here that you could do something interesting with some metal rocks as well. And yeah, I don't know, there's not much to say about this one. It's just a big flat island, and I feel like you could build something really cool here. And also very close to some nice resources over on Skull Island. Now let's get to number 5. For our number 5 spot, we're going to put this area here down in the right corner of the map, 8281. So this is basically just a really long and super flat ledge. And it even has like a built-in ramp area that goes all the way down to the ocean, so you could build a huge water pen down here. I'd say this is definitely better for big bases. So yeah, you could definitely build something really cool here along this ledge. It's just a really nice and flat area with, again, a very cool looking ramp that goes all the way down to the ocean. So you also have these small redwood trees here that are like 10 times better than normal trees. You have metal, you have crystal, you have everything you can ask for, and it's a very flat and nice area. So yeah, that's my number 5 spot. Let's get to number 4. For my number 4 spot, we're going to put the ice castle. It's located here on the map, 37.511. Basically how you get here is you have to fly to like the border of the world, fly down, and then fly in here. It's kind of tricky to get to early game, but if you just get a PT, it's gonna be super easy. So yeah, it's very cool. It's just like kind of a ruined castle made out of ice, which I think is absolutely incredible. There's also an artifact here, so if you're playing on some sort of server, I would not really recommend building here because you're gonna block the artifact. But yeah, we also have a super flat area right here outside of the castle. And yeah, it's just a huge open area where you can definitely do some really cool building. And obviously the ice castle is absolutely awesome, so can't really complain about that. So yeah, that's my number 4 spot. Let's get to number 3. I feel like you can't really do a base location video without mentioning the floating islands. So at our number 3 spot, we have 40.829, this area here at the top of the floating island. We have some basic resources here. This is definitely not a great spot for like huge bases, but for a little smaller base, this is a perfect area. Like you have this waterfall that looks very nice. It goes down into this huge artifact cave. You have resources here, and obviously water source. A bunch of good dinos spawn in the area, like RGs and stuff. And yeah, it's just a very cool looking area. I feel like that's the number 1 thing I like about this area, like the view. You can basically see the whole map from up here, and it just looks very nice. It's a very cozy area where you can definitely build something really cool. So maybe not the most practical area because you're going to need a flyer to get up and down. But just for how nice it looks, this is definitely in the top 10 for me. At our number 2 spot, we have this area here on the map, 33.7 and 48. And yeah, we have this little bridge going over the river here, and I think it looks really, really nice. It's also pretty close to one of the entrances to the underworld, which is always a nice thing as well. And we have a pretty flat area here, a pretty big flat area where you can definitely build something cool. And obviously the most important part about this area here is the bridge, where you can also definitely make something really cool. On this side of the bridge, there's also this ramp going up on this mountain, so you could do something cool with that. And yeah, I don't know. This is another area that I definitely picked more because of how it looks instead of how practical it is. It's not a not practical area. Like, you have all the resources you need here, but yeah, it's just so nice looking, and there's a pretty decent sized flat area as well. And yeah, I really like it. Now let's get to the number 1 spot. So as our number 1 spot, and what is probably my personal favorite, is here on the map. It's basically just 1075. It's right by Lava Island, which means a lot of good resources, a lot of good dinos you can tame there. And yeah, it's a very cool looking island now. This used to be a lot more boring in ARK Survival Evolved, but this island has definitely had a huge glow up. So again, obviously very easy to make water pens in this area. You have some pretty shallow water, but it's not too shallow. Like, you can easily fit the big water dinos in here. And then yeah, it's just a very cool island, pretty flat most of the areas. Obviously you have some hills here and there, but all in all it's relatively flat. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of the perfect size for a decent sized PvE base. And yeah, I don't know, it has a lot of potential with all these rocks sticking out, and I feel like you could build something really cool on this island here. So yeah, that's my #1 spot. I think if I was to do a playthrough of ARK the Center, this is probably where I would build personally, because of how close it is to all the good dinos and all the good resources, and it's just a really cool looking base location in general. So yeah, that has been my top 10 list for my favorite base locations. You may not agree, and that's completely fine. Let me know what your favorite locations are in the comments, and let me know what you thought of the video. And yeah, that's been it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and have a great day.